Hi, Boomblitzer here. Today we are going to take a look at M25A1 gas mask replica. In this video, I will explain to you the development process and the materials being used to make this mask. Be reminded that this M25A1 gas mask is much more different than its original predecessor, with reasons brought upon in this video. This mask only took 2 days to be made, making it the first mask that was made only in 2 days in a short time span. The tire tube rubber was used to make the facepiece and also the round edges of the visor, and the visor itself is made out of transparent PVC glass sheet. As for the head harness, elastic fabric straps were used to make the mask held in place just like the original model, with some differences that I will mention on the video. The nose cup valve and the assembly uses reinforced cardboard, and as for the thread on the assembly, it uses 25mm thread. Now we are going to take a better look on the mask that makes the features of it distinct from its original counterpart. As you can see here, this is the assembly. Unlike the original M25A1, uses one single assembly to take the intake and outtake valve into one single assembly, unlike its original predecessor, with the screwable 25mm thread. Also, the head harness uses a style most notably like M9A1 or M9 or prior masks, using a head pad, rectangular head pad on the center, and other elasticated fabric straps being used here, with one difference being here with the fabric straps on this area being made out of tire tube and sewn into the head harness. Also, these are the buckles that it's much more reminiscent of M17 gas mask, as you can see here. And also this is the edges that holds in place the PVC transparent glass sheet here, which is elastic but much more reinforced and thicker than other PVC glass sheets being used in the other gas masks. Now also the cover here uses much more reminiscent of M8 cover valves in previous gas masks like M4 and M3 United States gas masks. And also inside of the gas mask, the oral nasal cup is being situated just like the original model, with the intake nose cup valves being situated on either sides to make the defogging system to work. And now there are, as you can see, the mask has features unlike its original predecessor, namely most notably on this single assembly part that I mentioned prior in this video. So there are, you could say there are 3 reasons that this makes the mask much more enhanced than its predecessor, with the reason being you have one single assembly that makes the facepiece much more stable and again much more protected in all sorts of physical damages being used and also being stored in the storage areas or even in its carrier. Also, much more important feature here is the use of a screwable thread on this assembly, which makes the mask having 3 features in total in regards to the threading of either the hose or the filter. So the first feature is that you can use a normal hose being attached to the mask permanently, just like the original model. Also, you have another feature to actually screw a screwable hose into the mask and also use it as just like a 40 millimeter screwable hoses that are used commonly in many other masks after this model. And also you can actually attach a directly you can attach a 40 millimeter canister filter into the mask without any hoses. This is how the 40 millimeter adapter is being used for the direct attachment of the canister onto the mask. Also, this is the adapter for the threadable hose and how it is used on the mask.
This is how the mask looks like while using a direct attachment of 40 millimeter canister onto the mask. This is how it looks like on the either side. If I check the pressure, it works perfectly fine. And the only downside that this attachment has is the difficulty of looking down with it. And this is due to the, partially due to the slight downwards of the angle of the assembly, which is meant for the hose attachment to fit perfectly onto the mask. This is the mask and how it looks like while using a threadable hose attached onto the mask. This is how it looks like on the either side. And if I check the pressure, it works perfectly fine. And the only thing that is missing here is the usage of the carrier for the filter, which unfortunately I didn't have the time to make it, but I'll make it in the future, so both of my hands would be free next time.
So M25A1 replica gas mask that I made, it's a little bit much more enhanced version of M25A1. You could say a modernized version of it, slightly, in some regards, like the use of one single assembly for the mask, for the intake outtake, and also the strap system to be much more like its M9A1 counterpart. You could say not counterpart, but like M9A1 or M9 strap system with a head pad on the back, not just only using elasticated fabric straps, and the versatility in using different filters, but with some modifications. You could say the difficulty with looking downwards with the mask, while the direct use of the 40 millimeter canister onto the mask can be changed slightly by tilting the angle of the assembly to the other way, much more upwards, so mask would work. But there would be some changes in the future I will make in another M25A1 variant. And if you'd like to suggest what features or things you would like to see on the mask, you can tell me on the comments below. And the other thing that I should mention, I forgot to mention in the video, is the usage of microphone on this mask. And because of the shortage of materials and time, I couldn't add one into this mask. I could actually make some sort of a voice emitter for the next M25A1 gas mask in the future, but for now this will suffice. You could say this mask can be used for infantrymen and for civilian users, or even in the industrial industries as a whole, because of these features that it has. It's much more enhanced. And also I already mentioned the versatility of the filters that can be attached to the mask using this method, or future methods that I might implement You can also tell me your suggestions of how to make this kind of a design and assembly better. So hope you enjoyed this video as much as I do. It came out really clean in my opinion, and I really like how it turned out and how it works as it is. And if you like to see more of these masks popping up on my channel, or if you have any other gas mask that you have in mind that you would like to see in the future videos, please put them on the comments below. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.